Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I'm Anuja Kumar, and with me is Anita Anand with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister says the new education policy focuses on new technology, multidisciplinary approach and skill development. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says world's largest vaccination drive underway in country is making India Atmanirbhar. National COVID-19 recovery rate reaches 96.78%. 11th round of talks between centre and farmers' unions underway in New Delhi. In West Bengal, the full bench of Election Commission of India meets higher officials on poll preparedness in the state. As the nation fights the COVID-19 pandemic, we begin with a message of precaution to stay safe and protected by following these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki doori for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said young generation of New India has a zeal of fighting with the troubles with great enthusiasm, and education would enhance the development of the country. Addressing the convocation of the Tezpur University in Assam through video conferencing, the Prime Minister said that the new education policy has focused on new technology, multidisciplinary approach and skill development.
नई नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी में टेक्नोलॉजी के ज्यादा से ज्यादा उपयोग, मल्टी डिसिप्लिनरी एजुकेशन और फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी को प्रोत्साहित किया जा रहा है। नई नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी डाटा और डाटा एनालिटिक्स के लिए हमारे एजुकेशन सिस्टम को तैयार करने पर बल देती है। डाटा एनालिटिक्स की मदद से एडमिशन से लेकर टीचिंग और इवैल्यूएशन तक पूरी प्रक्रिया बहुत बेहतर हो जाएगी। मुझे विश्वास है कि तेजपुर यूनिवर्सिटी नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी के इन लक्ष्यों को सिद्ध करने में अहम भूमिका निभाएगी।
He urged the youth to work for the country with courage and determination and acknowledged the great role played by the youth in the country's fight against COVID-19.
हौसले से भरा हुआ अपने लक्ष्यों के प्रति समर्पित भारत सिर्फ क्रिकेट की फील्ड पर दिखता है ऐसा नहीं है। आप भी तो इसी ही एक तस्वीर है। आपके जैसे इसी युवा ऊर्जा ने कोरोना के खिलाफ अपनी लड़ाई में ही भारत को बहुत मजबूती दी है। भारत ने दिखाया कि रिजॉल्व और रेजिलियंस अगर आपके पास है तो रिसोर्सेज तैयार होते देर नहीं लगती। भारत ने यही किया। भारत ने हालत से समझौता करने के बजाय तेजी से फैसले लिए, प्रोएक्टिव होकर फैसले लिए। इसी का परिणाम है कि भारत वायरस से ज्यादा प्रभावी रूप से लड़ पाया। मेड इन इंडिया सॉल्यूशन से हमने वायरस के फैलाव को कम किया, अपने हेल्थ इंफ्रा को बेहतर किया। अब हमारे वैक्सीन से जुड़ी रिसर्च और प्रोडक्शन की क्षमता भारत के साथ साथ दुनिया के अनेक देशों को सुरक्षा कवच का विश्वास दे रही है।
PM Modi said, as India is entering its 75th year of independence this year, we can never forget the contribution of innumerable people from Assam in the nation's freedom struggle. Several people had sacrificed their lives, their youth, he said, and called upon the youth to live for New India, Atmanirbhar India.
हमारा देश इस वर्ष अपनी आजादी के 75 वर्ष में प्रवेश कर रहा है। सैकड़ों वर्षों की गुलामी से मुक्ति दिलाने के लिए असम के अनगिनत लोगों का योगदान है। जो उस समय थे उन्होंने देश की आजादी के लिए जीवन दे दिया, अपनी जवानी खपा दी। अब आपको नए भारत के लिए, आत्मनिर्भर भारत के लिए जी करके दिखाना है, जीवन को सार्थक करके दिखाना है। अब से लेकर भारत की आजादी के 100 वर्ष पूरे होने तक ये 25-26 साल आपके जीवन के भी स्वर्णिम वर्ष हैं। असम को, नॉर्थ ईस्ट को विकास की नई ऊंचाइयों पर ले जाएंगे।
The Prime Minister said India is not afraid of working on experiments for solving problems. The world's largest banking inclusion campaign is ongoing in India.
आज का भारत समस्या के समाधान के लिए एक्सपेरिमेंट से भी नहीं डरता और बड़े स्केल पर काम करने से भी पीछे नहीं हटता। सबसे बड़ा बैंकिंग इंक्लूजन अभियान भारत में हो रहा है। टॉयलेट बनाने का सबसे बड़ा अभियान भारत में। हर गरीब परिवार को घर देने का अभियान भारत में। घर घर जल पहुंचाने का सबसे बड़ा अभियान भारत में। सबसे बड़ी हेल्थ एश्योरेंस स्कीम भारत में। और अब सबसे बड़ा टीकाकरण अभियान भी भारत में। इन सब का बहुत बड़ा लाभ नॉर्थ ईस्ट को हुआ है, असम के लोगों को हुआ है। ऐसे कार्यक्रम तभी चल सकते हैं जब देश और समाज यथास्थिति को बदलने के लिए, इनोवेट करने के लिए पूरी शक्ति लगा रहा हो।
He said that the students' learning and knowledge will boost the nation's progress. Everything that one learned in this university will help accelerate the development of the nation, he added. PM Modi said that the grassroots innovations of the students add impetus to vocal for local. He added that the Department of Chemical Sciences in the university has worked towards an easy and affordable technology for clean drinking water, which has helped many villages in Guwahati and other states.
तेजपुर यूनिवर्सिटी की एक पहचान अपने इनोवेशन सेंटर के लिए भी है। आपके ग्रास रूट इनोवेशंस वोकल फॉर लोकल को भी नई गति देते हैं, नई ताकत देते हैं। ये इनोवेशन स्थानीय समस्याओं को सुलझाने में काम आ रहे हैं, जिससे विकास के नए द्वार खुल रहे हैं। आपके डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ केमिकल साइंस ने पीने के पानी को साफ करने के लिए एक कम कीमत वाली आसान टेक्नोलॉजी पर काम किया है। इसका लाभ असम के अनेक गांवों को हो रहा है। भारत में इस प्रकार की टेक्नोलॉजी के विकास से हर घर जल पहुंचाने का जल जीवन मिशन को जो सपना है उसको एक सशक्तिकरण होगा।
The Prime Minister emphasized that the students of the university should work for the betterment of the Northeast and Assam so that the region should reach newer heights of progress.
नदियां भी हमें बहुत कुछ सिखाती है। नदियां कई सहायक धाराओं से मिलकर बनती हैं और फिर समंदर में मिल जाती है। हमें भी जीवन में अलग अलग लोगों से ज्ञान लेना चाहिए, सीखना चाहिए और उस सीख के साथ आगे बढ़ते हुए अपने लक्ष्य को प्राप्त करना चाहिए। जब आप इसी अप्रोच के साथ आगे बढ़ेंगे तो असम, नॉर्थ ईस्ट देश के विकास में अपना योगदान दे पाएगा।
He said that the centre is fully committed to develop the Northeast region, which keeps creating innumerable new opportunities for the youth. He urged the youth to explore the opportunities.
हमारी सरकार आज जिस तरह नॉर्थ ईस्ट के विकास से जुटी है, जिस तरह कनेक्टिविटी, एजुकेशन, हेल्थ हर सेक्टर में काम हो रहा है, उससे आपके लिए अनेकों नई संभावनाएं बन रही हैं। इन संभावनाओं का पूरा लाभ उठाइए। आपके प्रयास ये बताते हैं कि आप में क्षमता भी है, नया सोचने, नया करने का सामर्थ्य भी है।
Citing the example of the recent Indian cricket tour to Australia, the Prime Minister said that India's young players face the challenges courageously.
हर चुनौती, हर समस्या से निपटने का हमारे युवा देश का अंदाज, देश का मिजाज अब कुछ हटकर है। इसका एक ताजा उदाहरण तो अभी हमें क्रिकेट की दुनिया में देखा है। आप लोगों में से बहुतों ने भारतीय क्रिकेट टीम के ऑस्ट्रेलिया टूर को फॉलो किया होगा। इस टूर में क्या क्या चुनौतियां हमारी टीम के सामने नहीं आई। हमारी इतनी बुरी हार हुई, लेकिन उतनी ही तेजी से हम उभरे भी और अगले मैच में जीत हासिल की। चोट लगने के बावजूद हमारे खिलाड़ी मैच बचाने के लिए मैदान पर डटे रहे। चैलेंजिंग कंडीशंस, इसमें निराश होने के बजाय हमारे युवा खिलाड़ियों ने चैलेंज का सामना किया, नए समाधान तलाशे। कुछ खिलाड़ियों में अनुभव जरूर कम था, लेकिन हौसला उतना ही बुलंद दिखा। उनको जैसे ही मौका मिला, उन्होंने इतिहास बना दिया। एक बेहतर टीम को अपने टैलेंट और अपने टेम्परामेंट में वो ताकत थी जिससे उन्होंने इतने अनुभवी टीम को, इतने पुराने खिलाड़ियों की टीम को पराजित कर दिया।
On this occasion, Assam Chief Minister Sarbanand Sonowal said that the Assam government took various measures for startup initiatives.
I asked the graduates of Tezpur University with their innovative ideas, knowledge and skill to join this startup movement to exploit the market potential of the state of Assam. from which we can provide service to 800 million population spread across the northeastern state of India, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Nepal and ASEAN countries. Our government will extend full support to the endeavor of the new graduates for setting up industries and startup ventures. The realization of the dream of a new India as envisioned by Honorable Prime Minister is possible only through your committed and dedicated efforts. I am sure your significant contribution in augmenting the development process of the country will lead to a speedy realization of Honorable Prime Minister's vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat.
He said that Tejpur University played a great role in research. Assam Governor Professor Jagdish Mukhi and Union Education Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank too attended the convocation. Today's convocation witnessed the conferring of degrees and diplomas upon 1,218 students who passed out in 2020. Among the degree recipients, 48 toppers of various undergraduate and postgraduate programs have been awarded gold medals. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said world's largest vaccination drive is underway in the country is making India Atmanirbhar. The Prime Minister was speaking while interacting with beneficiaries and vaccinators of COVID-19 drive from Varanasi via video conferencing today.
आज दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा वैक्सीनेशन प्रोग्राम हमारे देश में चल रहा है और इसके पहले 2 चरणों में 30 करोड़ देशवासियों को टीका लगाया जा रहा है। आज देश में ऐसी इच्छा शक्ति है कि देश खुद अपनी वैक्सीन बना रहा है, वो भी एक नहीं 2 मेड इन इंडिया वैक्सीन। आज देश की तैयारी ऐसी है कि देश के कोने कोने तक वैक्सीन तेजी से पहुंच रही है और आज दुनिया की इस सबसे बड़ी जरूरत को लेकर भारत पूरी तरह से आत्मनिर्भर है। इतना ही नहीं, भारत अनेकों देशों की मदद भी कर रहा है।
Mr. Modi thanked the beneficiaries and vaccinators of COVID-19 for instilling confidence in people regarding India's vaccination program. The Prime Minister said COVID warriors played a major role against the pandemic. Prime Minister said that they have taken a definitive step by inoculating themselves in the first phase of vaccination drive. He highlighted that it is important for the healthcare workers to vaccinate themselves as it will help them function without any fear. Prime Minister Modi also reiterated that granting emergency use approval for vaccines is not a political decision, but a decision that has been taken after several rounds of discussions with doctors and scientists. He also asked the people not to harbor any fear in their minds regarding the vaccination process and should fearlessly get themselves vaccinated once their turn arrives. During the interaction, many beneficiaries said they felt comfortable and did not have any problems at all.
वाराणसी जिला महिला अस्पताल की मैट्रन बहन पुष्पा जी मुझसे बात कर रही हैं। पुष्पा जी नमस्ते।
प्रधानमंत्री जी को मेरा नाम पुष्पा देवी है। मैं जिला महिला चिकित्सालय में मैट्रन के पद पर कार्यरत हूँ सर, और मैं 1 वर्ष से मैट्रन का कार्य देख रही हूँ। मैं कोरोना की वैक्सीन के लिए सबसे पहले अपने स्वास्थ्य कर्मियों की तरफ से आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहती हूँ, इस नाते कि सबसे पहले आप द्वारा स्वास्थ्य विभाग को चुना गया है और पहले चरण में 16/1 को सबसे पहले वैक्सीन मुझे भी लगाया गया है। मैं सुरक्षित महसूस कर रही हूँ, अपने पूरे परिवार को सुरक्षित समझ रही हूँ, समाज को सुरक्षित समझ रही हूँ। मुझे किसी भी प्रकार का कोई परेशानी नहीं वैक्सीन लगने से है।
रानी जी नमस्ते।
सर मेरा नाम रानी गौर श्रीवास्तव है। मैं डिस्ट्रिक्ट वोमेन हॉस्पिटल में एनएम के पद पे 6 साल से कार्यरत हूँ।
अब तक कितने वैक्सीन दिए हैं आपने पूरे 6 साल में? एक दिन में कितने देते होंगे?
सर एक दिन में हम लोग करीब 100 इंजेक्शन लगाते हैं। सर मुझे इस बात की बहुत खुशी है, मैं अपने आप को बहुत खुशकिस्मत समझ रही हूँ कि मुझे कोविड-19 जैसी भयानक बीमारी का वैक्सीन लगाने का अवसर मिल रहा है। इसके लिए मैं अपने आप को बहुत ही खुशकिस्मत समझती हूँ।
Earlier, Mr. Modi tweeted that the interaction will be a first-hand opportunity to hear the experiences of the beneficiaries as well as feedback as the world's largest vaccination drive is underway in India and frontline warriors are getting vaccinated. Prime Minister's office said that Mr. Modi's interaction in his parliamentary constituency of Varanasi follows his continuous dialogue and discussion with scientists, political leaders, officials and other stakeholders to proactively ensure a smooth conduct of the world's largest vaccination drive. The interaction comes as over 1 million health workers have now been vaccinated, with over 230,000 getting doses yesterday alone. The government data shows there has been an increase in daily immunizations. According to the University of Oxford's Our World in Data, India is now the fastest country to breach the million mark, taking only 6 days compared to 9 by the US. PM Modi launched the inoculation drive on January 16th with over 300 million frontline workers prioritized to get the jabs first.
A total number of 10,43,534 people have been administered COVID-19 vaccine in the country so far. The Health and Family Ministry informed that more than 1 million healthcare workers have been inoculated with COVID-19 doses within 6 days from the start of the vaccination drive in the country. Meanwhile, the country's COVID-19 recovery rate reached 96.78%, with the total recovery of more than 18,000 patients in the last 24 hours. The Health and Family Welfare Ministry said that more than 1 crore 2 lakh patients have already recovered in the country from this disease. Presently, the total number of active cases in the country is 1,88,688, which comprises only 1.78% of the total positive cases. West Bengal is scheduled to get more than 1 lakh doses of Covaxin today. Earlier, the state had received the second lot of about 7 lakh doses of Covishield on Wednesday. The vaccination drive is underway at more than 400 centers throughout the state. On the 5th day of vaccination yesterday, 7,692 persons got the jab from 94 centers in the state. According to the State Health Department, no serious cases of AEFI were reported.
A consignment of 50,000 doses of Covishield vaccine is scheduled to reach Seychelles today as part of India's vaccine donation program. Sources said Seychelles is only among the 4 Indian Ocean countries to receive Covishield vaccine manufactured by the Serum Institute of India as New Delhi grant assistance. The donation of the vaccines under the Vaccine Maitri demonstrates India's role as a reliable partner of Seychelles and net security provider in the Indian Ocean region. This is also reflective of India's special relations with Seychelles and the central place enjoyed by Seychelles in Prime Minister Modi's vision of Sagar, which stands for security and growth for all in the region. Meanwhile, Covishield consignment of 1 lakh doses is slated to arrive in Mauritius today. Mauritius has a population of less than 1.3 million inhabitants. The country is highly dependent on external trade and tourism and hospitality industry, which has been severely impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. A training in administering COVID vaccine was provided to Bangladesh, Bhutan, Maldives, Mongolia, Myanmar, Nepal, Bahrain, Brazil, Mauritius, Morocco, Oman, Seychelles and Sri Lanka by the Indian Health Ministry on the 19th and 20th of this month. Sources said national and provincial level government officials, cold chain officials and partners from WHO and UNICEF participated. The duration of training was for 5 hours and 30 minutes. The key topics covered were COVID-19 disease and vaccines, setting up sites and conducting COVID vaccination, safe injection practices and waste management, training of health staff, monitoring and supervision were also some of the topics. In Puducherry, Health Department has received yet another bunch of 1,350 packs of COVID-19 vaccines. More from our Puducherry correspondent.
The COVID-19 vaccination mission rolled out on January 16th in Puducherry. As a part of the nationwide drive, previously Puducherry Health Department received 17,500 doses of a Covishield vaccine, and now the second set of 13,500 vaccines arrived here. 100 persons will be vaccinated per day, and the beneficiaries from Puducherry region can call 104 for registration. The vaccination is given on Monday, Tuesday, Friday and Saturdays. So far, 497 beneficiaries are vaccinated. The volunteers who are taking the vaccine are advised to get another dose after 28 days to boost the immunization power. Today, the Union Territory logged 22 new cases with 27 persons discharged from the hospitals and no deaths were reported in the last 24 hours. Chandramohan, Air News, Puducherry.
Maharashtra government has instructed everyone to wear a mask, follow social distancing and other COVID-19 protocols during Republic Day 2021 celebrations. The government also asked all divisional and district administrations to avoid organizing cultural and sports events. More from our Mumbai correspondent.
Maharashtra Government's General Administration Department issued guidelines regarding Republic Day 2021 celebrations. The Honorable Governor will hoist the flag at main function in Dadar, Mumbai. All other offices are also instructed to organize main official function at 9:50 a.m. on 26 January 2021. The government has conveyed that the limited number of eminent personalities may be invited for official functions following COVID-19 guidelines. It may include people's representatives, freedom fighters, family members of Shaheed and Corona warriors. It has also asked offices and institutions to maximize use of online platforms for organizing debate, elocution, essay competition, poem writing competitions, etc. The government also suggested that the webinar may be organized. Jivan Bhavsar, AIR News, Mumbai.
The COVID-19 vaccination drive is now getting momentum in Gujarat. According to the State Health Department, majority of registered health workers are turning up for the vaccination as per schedule. More from our Ahmedabad correspondent.
After some initial hesitations during the first 2 days of vaccination, now the turnout of beneficiaries are very encouraging. According to official data, 85% of registered health workers in Ahmedabad have received the COVID-19 vaccine on the day 3. Similarly, 90% healthcare workers received the COVID-19 vaccine at the state level. Total 35,882 healthcare workers have been vaccinated in the state till now. Most of the staff of Ahmedabad Civil Hospital and about 100 top private doctors also received COVID-19 vaccine. This will also help to remove the myths about the vaccine among the common people. Yogesh Pandya, AIR News, Ahmedabad.
You're listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister says the new education policy focuses on new technology, multidisciplinary approach and skill development. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says world's largest vaccination drive underway in country is making India Atmanirbhar. National COVID-19 recovery rate reaches 96.78%. 11th round of talks between centre and farmer unions is underway in New Delhi. In West Bengal, the full bench of Election Commission of India meets higher officials on poll preparedness in the state. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
चलो मिलकर एक शुरुआत करें, चलो एक फैसला आज करें, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे, चलो एक इरादा करते हैं, चलो कुछ वादा करते हैं, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे.
Welcome back to the Midday News. The 11th round of talks between the central government and the farmers' unions is underway in the national capital today. In the earlier 10th round of talks between the union government and 41 farmers' unions, the government has proposed to the farmer unions that the implementation of farm laws should be kept on hold for a period of 1 to 1.5 years. Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar had said that representatives of farmers' unions and the government can discuss all the issues related to the farmers' agitation so that an appropriate solution can be found. However, after the Sanyukt Kisan Morcha meeting held yesterday, farmers' unions had said that farmers are sticking to their demands and no proposal of the government will be considered until they abolish the farm laws. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has expressed his deep condolences for the loss of lives in the Shivamogga accident. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said he is praying for the speedy recovery of the injured. He said the Karnataka state government is providing all possible assistance to the affected. In Karnataka, at least 6 labourers were killed in an explosion at a stone quarry near Honachudu village on the outskirts of the Shivamogga city last night. The explosion caused by gelatin sticks damaged several houses in the Shivamogga city and rural areas. According to the sources, the gelatin sticks being transported in a lorry exploded, killing 6 labourers working in a stone crushing unit near Honachudu village. Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar today expressed profound grief over the death of the labourers belonging to the state at Shivamogga, Karnataka. Labourers were killed following an explosion of a truckload of explosives in Karnataka's Shivamogga town last night. The Chief Minister, Nitish Kumar, has directed Resident Commissioner Delhi to get details of the incident and ensure treatment of the injured labourers. Mr. Kumar also prayed for the speedy recovery of those injured in the incident.
The full bench of the ECI meeting with the higher officials of the state administration is on their last leg of the 3-day visit to West Bengal ahead of the assembly polls. Chief Secretary, Home Secretary, Director General of Police and the Police Commissioner of Kolkata are attending the meeting. The ECI will hold a press conference in a short while from now before going back to Delhi. Talking to reporters, the Election Commission of India, Sunil Arora, said that the Commission is taking all the required measures to conduct free and fair election in West Bengal.
Election Commission of India is committed to conduct forthcoming elections, assembly elections in the state, in free, fair, ethical and safe manner while endeavouring to ensure high voter participation amidst peaceful, harmonious atmosphere.
Another minister has resigned from Mamata Banerjee cabinet in West Bengal today. Rajiv Banerjee, the minister in charge of Forest Department, has tendered his resignation to the Chief Minister. He has announced the decision on Facebook and Twitter. He went to meet the Governor of West Bengal, Jagdeep Dhankar, in Raj Bhavan a short while ago. The TMC leader, who was elected from Domjur constituency of Havra district in West Bengal, has expressed grievance against the party on Facebook Live recently. Earlier, Shubhendu Adhikari and Lakshmi Ratan Shukla had resigned from their respective ministerial berths. Later, Mr. Adhikari left TMC and joined BJP.
Ministry of Road Transport and Highways and Indian Institute of Technology IIT Roorkee signed an MOU in New Delhi today for continuation of Ministry of Road Transport and Highways Professional Chair, focusing on research and development, teaching and training in the area of development of highway infrastructure. The MOU was signed by Indresh Kumar Pandey, Special Secretary and Director General Road Development, and Professor Manoranjan Parida, Deputy Director and Professor of Civil Engineering, IIT Roorkee. This collaboration of Ministry of Road Transport and Highways with IIT Roorkee will strengthen research and development activities in road sector. The ongoing IFFI at Panji, Goa will conclude on 24th January. Despite the restrictions owing to the pandemic, the response to the screenings was amazing. More from our Panji correspondent.
Director of Investing Life, Vaishali Vasant Kendale, while addressing the press, said that her film is based on survival of every living being in unfavorable situations like social boycott, road accident and man-animal conflict. Her 52-minute non-feature film is produced by Film Division that is screened in IFFI. In the post-screening press conference, the director said that it should not be looked upon as a biographical film. It recognizes the unconditional work of 3 common citizens. In the meanwhile, addressing a press conference, director, producer and screenplay writer of the film Mehrunisa, Sandeep Kumar, said that the essence of the film is Indian, hence we wanted its premiere on Indian soil. We are very overwhelmed by the response to the screening, he added. He said that it is a great tribute to the grand lady of the Indian cinema who has had a hallowed place in Indian cinema for the more than 40 years. With the Mukesh Thali, Tushar.
Now let us take a look at the weather update for the day. National capital Delhi experienced fog in the morning. Mumbai will have mainly clear sky. Chennai will have partly cloudy sky. Srinagar also witnessed light snow. In Jammu, the minimum temperature was 7 degrees Celsius, while maximum will be around 19 degrees. Leh will have partly cloudy sky. Minimum temperature was minus 11 degrees Celsius, while the maximum will be around 6 degrees. Gilgit will have partly cloudy sky. Muzaffarabad will have thunderstorm with rain. Dehradun experienced fog in the morning and will have shallow fog. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister says the new education policy focuses on new technology, multidisciplinary approach and skill development. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says world's largest vaccination drive underway in country is making India Atmanirbhar. National COVID-19 recovery rate reaches 96.78%. 11th round of talks between centre and farmer unions is underway in New Delhi. In West Bengal, the full bench of Election Commission of India meets higher officials on poll preparedness in the state. And with that, we end the midday news.